last time with your blazer, but I got one up to you now with suspenders. Next time you're gonna be a fedora, Peter. You're gonna have a fez, probably a pocket watch. Good luck.
I got a gold background, buddy. All right, gold. All right, because today we're talking about money. We're talking about those crypto stocks that make you some money. Today we're talking about 6 crypto stocks that could soon moon. I like that. 6 crypto stocks that could soon moon. You talking about Safe Moon?
Peter, I mean, don't spoil the biggest surprise at the end of this video. We're going to start off with something a little bit more. We're going to ease people into something. And then when we get to the crazy stuff, the stuff where you're really risking life and limb and firstborn child, then we'll talk about Safe Moon.
Welcome, everyone, to Jumpstart Live. I am your friendly neighborhood entertainer, Peter Hartman. And we've got Tom, your marketer and programmer guru here. Tom Hartman. How you doing, Tom?
I'm pretty good. Like I told you before, my mood correlates with the crypto market, so yeah. I'm at all-time highs.
Well, Ethereum hit all-time highs. Here we are sitting at 44.16. Bitcoin's at 62.3, and Cardano ADA is at 2.01. Feeling pretty good.
I know we're going to be talking about meme stocks and moon stocks and that, or cryptos and that sort of thing. But in our 201 course, in the trading and investment course for crypto stocks, we're going to have to broach the subject of options on crypto, because those Ethereum options are pretty sweet. I got to say, they're pretty nice. So, but that's a little too much. That's for people who know they can do this and they can do this a lot. And people who are going to want to watch this stream, they just want to know what can I. We're ape strong together. That's all they want to do. They want to press a button and move on to something that could go up 100,000%, which I've seen.
It's this the move that you need there. That's the people we're looking for here today.
Ape
together, strong.
Ape strong together.
I love it.
You sound like an ape when you say it wrong.
Did I say it wrong?
You did.
Look, I guess it takes somebody in suspenders to get.
Oh, did you notice my suspenders?
I noticed.
I got that with my Shiba Inu money, my Shiba coin money.
You got nipple spankers?
Yeah, $40, baby.
$40 for those nipple.
I got to be careful because they might pull off the back end, and I'm not adept at suspenders yet to tie them back into place. I was being too exuberant before. I went like this, it slapped my nipples, and then the back popped off and hit me in the back of the head. It was very, what is it? Larry, Curly, Moe? What are they called? Three Stooges. Has to be an episode that turned around suspenders or something.
No,
people had no lives back in the 50s. So
yeah, no, I'm very excited. I'm very excited talking about the Three Stooges. I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching this will totally understand what you're talking about. Three Stooges was old when we watched it, but please go on with your Three Stooges.
I can't help it. I'm in suspenders.
Suspenders. All I need is a putt to bang over the head. All right. Today we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about things. Tom's description today was actually pretty interesting. If I go ahead and read it here. What he says, six crypto stocks that could soon moon. We've talked about adding optionality to your life, turning a small risk into a huge benefit. Today we'll be covering the top 6 crypto coins that could help you turn $100 into $10,000.
That's right.
Better yet, it can add some excitement to your day-to-day. And isn't that really what it's all about? Sure, the money is fine. It'll help you pay your bills. It'll help you make it so your partner doesn't wish they married someone else. Of course. But at the end of the day, what we want is to wake up with excitement in your heart, right? Because if you have excitement in your heart, then you win. That's the real win. I'm with Elon Musk. He says he wants to give people a reason to wake up in the morning to be excited about the future. And when people are excited about the future, it helps their life in all kinds of ways. That's one of the reasons I love talking about crypto. Do I understand all the details? No, I'm not a Tom Hartman. All right. I'm not a Tom Hartman with the suspenders and nipple spanks, but I'm a Peter Hartman. And I know as a motivational consultant and a speaker, I'm out there trying to teach people to be excited about the future. And talking about crypto is a great way to do this. And this potential of turning 100 into 10,000 sounds like bull spit, Tom. I'm not going to hold my punches. I'm not going to pull back my words. It's bull spit all the way. Hook 'em. How is
Well,
this possible?
Well, just consider this idea, right? So everything I'm going to be mentioning right now, these are not the, they didn't just launch yesterday, and that's where you're going to easily jump in from $100 to $10,000. If it's going to go to $10,000 with a $100 investment, it'll be over a couple of year period of time. But just think about the Dogecoin. Dogecoin, you could have bought it for a fraction of a penny 5 years ago when no one cared about it at all. It was just sitting there, and then all of a sudden it exploded. What's Doge at now? Doge is at 28 cents, right? So if you bought it at a fraction of a penny and now it's 28 cents, well, that's hundreds of thousands of percentage increase on your Dogecoin. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Now, if you get in on the ground floor of something, it's way easier to get the higher percentage returns, but then also it's difficult to pick the right horse, right? So I have the
But wait, hang on. If it's like half a penny thing, shouldn't you just always invest in all the penny stuff for 100 of
That's
them?
exactly what I was just about to say. Instead of trying to sit there and pick the winners, because it'll take you, I mean, I've spent thousands of hours trying to figure out what makes one thing better than the other. And, I look at today, Doge Elon. They're like, oh, Elon's in the news and Dogecoin is out there. Let's make a coin that's called Doge Elon. I put $50 into that, and today is worth $800. It's like, I would never have picked that, like, intellectually. Meanwhile, other coins I like stay stable the entire time. So what do you want? But it's hard to tell what the crowd will go to. So I really like that approach of just seed yourself, put a little bit, $10, $50, $100, a couple of hundred into as many of these potential moon cryptos as possible, and then you see what happens there. And it's different than in stock. In the stock market, if something's trading at 37 cents, chances are it's not going to $100. I mean, maybe if it's a healthcare stock and they come out with it's a Moderna and they come out with a new vaccine, fine. But you can't like pepper yourself into 200 different healthcare stocks to make your money back on that. It's harder. But in the crypto space, it's not necessarily, because since everything is sort of correlated together, like in a healthcare stock, if a penny stock goes up, it doesn't make other penny stocks go up. But in the crypto market, once money starts to flow in Bitcoin and Ethereum or what have you, and then into some of these meme ones, people then can easily take their profits from wherever they are and invest them into other meme coins. And the whole space is correlated together. There's an expectation that, okay, we're not really taking this super seriously. We're selling JPEGs for $1 million. We get it. It's a sort of a game. And so you don't have people there sitting there who's like, oh, my discounted cash flow valuation on this meme coin is $37 over the next 17 years. Allocate 4% of your yearly disbursement into this and you'll make a lot of money. No, that's not what's going on in this space. So it's fun. It's sort of like I go into a casino, and if somebody's hot, somehow makes everyone else hot at the table, and money starts to flow, and drinks starts to flow, and girls start to dance, and guys start to pull on their suspenders. It's so cool.
So tell me, what's a meme coin? Like, what does that mean? Like, I know memes is like those funny GIFs and images that people share. I know I think it's Dawkins who coined the term meme as the smallest unit of an idea. But when it comes to meme coins, what does that mean?
A meme coin is a coin that, or a meme stock, anything that we associate with meme, is something that's moving, that the price is moving based on momentum and sentiment and euphoria. So if we saw that in an analog world, you might consider that with Pogs and Pokemon cards and Beanie Babies and marbles. Like, these things are moving because there's a momentum to it. It's sort of cool to have this thing, and that's what gives it value, not because you fundamentally believe in what the thing is doing. It implies that there's a crowd behind it. And a lot of these coins, they only live or die because there's a community, a crowd that grows up around it. And what's fun about the crypto space is that the crowd joins around the token that might have zero utility. Like, it might literally come out and say, we're garbage coin, and we have zero purpose, and find a purpose amongst yourselves. And then people do, and they come together and they make it into something like Dogecoin, which was nothing. Like, Dogecoin didn't start off and said, we're looking to revolutionize the world. The guy who created it said, this is worth nothing at all. Nothing. The fact that you were trading it at 1/10 of a penny, it was more than what you should be paying for it. Right? But then the community comes together and they find a reason to rally around it. So it's fun. It's meme just means that there's a crowd there behind the asset.
Speaking about crowds,
I hate calling it an asset. It's a thing. Let's just call it a thing.
Speaking of crowds, Alex here saying, "Sup nerds, sup." Alex, thank you for watching. You buying a meme coin, Alex? I feel like he's a meme coin kind of guy. Like, he just like the idea of owning garbage coin or something like that. Someone should make an Alex.
I feel like just sending him some coins. Like, if you had a wallet up, or just send him some meme coins. Just like, well, now you have Shiba coins and Doge coins and SafeMoon.
That might be fun. That might be fun.
Yeah.
All right, so meme coins is the excitement of the crowds, it's the hype, it's the story around it. It's not necessarily any fundamentals. Is it? Are there meme coins that do have strong fundamentals, that there are assets that are worthwhile, or when you're using the term meme coin, does it really just mean a crap coin?
So in the stream, I'm not actually going to be promoting specifically meme coins, or they are meme coins, but I would never recommend that somebody purchase something that had zero fundamentals to it. You don't need me for that. There's thousands of YouTube videos out promoting every single thing. You just Google altcoin or crypto coin or moon, you'll see 10x, 100x, 5000x. Oh, with people going like this and people going like this and just pulling their hair out. Click on that thing. They'll tell you what to buy. Go buy that. So I sort of want to, in my sacred profit way, I want to point you to things that might be interested to invest in, that might have some sort of meme thing behind it, but that it is still there are still fundamentals that I find worthwhile, which is what we'll actually talk about tonight about. So the first one I want to broach, and Peter, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about this because it's what I care about, is Cardano. Cardano.
That's right.
Right? You might not think that you might like Cardano. Tom, we talked about that. It's like in the top 5 of crypto in market cap. Like the value of all the tokens that are floating around out there is worth a lot. But you can really consider Cardano as a cryptocurrency that has not achieved maturity. Right? There's no big ecosystem around it. There's no decentralized finance. That's what's making Ethereum all amazing. People aren't necessarily using it for payment systems like they're using with the Bitcoin. It's not there. Like, it's not as cool and trendy as Solana. It's not there yet. But Peter, when we're talking about fundamentals on a coin, it's hard to talk about fundamentals that are as good as Cardano. Now, we've talked about Cardano in the past, tons of information out there, but I'm going to hit on a point that I actually don't hear a lot of people talking about. And that is the thing that first made me want to go there. The founder of Cardano and the whole network around the foundation around Cardano, they're all aiming to make Cardano popular outside of the Western world. All these other coins you're talking about, from Bitcoin all the way down to Dogecoin, they're trying to be popular in the Western world because there's money there to flow around. And what Cardano is saying is that there's value to be unlocked in Africa and in South America that is not being unlocked, that's not being monetized. And if we can monetize that, slowly but surely, we will capitalize on the basically what might amount to new money, new middle class, new empires that might rise up over the next few years. And so I find that to be incredibly exciting. Like, if you want to take a bet on, so you take a look at demographics and you see that the birth rate in the Western world is dropping precipitously, but the birth rates, let's say in India, are increasing dramatically in India, in Latin America, in Africa. And so you go, okay, population growth correlates with potential. With inflation, with potential, with middle class, people want to unlock value, new jobs are created, very much like we saw inside of the Western world as they moved into industrialization and then the creation of different assets. And so you go, okay, how would I want to be a part of that? Well, it's hard to go buy shares in Nigeria, Peter. It's hard to get shares in the companies in order to figure out. I've tried to buy shares in India, and I can't read the information. Like, there's no like, oh, quickly go to Bloomberg India and figure out what stocks to buy. It's very difficult, and so the crypto is sort of a great proxy for that, a great play on that. And ADA is super stable. I mean, just today I was on Reddit. Just this week I was on Reddit arguing with someone who's like, the Reddit Cardano, what is this, a stable coin? It's not moving at all. Bitcoin's making new all-time highs. Ethereum's making all-time highs. Well, I told the person, give me 1 second, I'll just pull it up real quick. Actually, you switch to my screen, I'll show it to you. I said,
while you're looking that up, Alex says that he wants the Jake Paul meme coin. He's also
this is Jake Paul meme coin.
I don't know. And he's also saying, what is this? Greater than arguing on Reddit? I'm not. Maybe that's an emoji. I'm not sure. Yeah, arguing on Reddit seems like a fool's errand. But when Tom says arguing, I think he means like exercising his argument, to argue his ability to make points. Only
That's
worst thing would be Twitter. Yeah, yeah. Go have your arguments on Twitter, Tom.
All right, this is what I said. I said, so the person was saying that Cardano just became a stable coin. And I said over here, I'm not sure if you can see it there. I said over the last 12 months, can you see that there, Peter?
Yeah.
Said over the last 12 months, Bitcoin is up 361%. Ethereum's up 944%. Polkadot 800%. XRP 300%. Binance is up 1400%. And ADA is up almost 2000%. So I'll take the stablecoin crypto that went up 20x over the last 12 months. And that's what I like about Cardano. It's like this sleeper coin that no one's paying attention to, yet somehow it's still going up massively in value. So I just wanted to show you, switch back to my screen here. I'll show you something here with Solana. So there's all kinds of problems with Ethereum. We don't have to go through all those details, but let's take a look at Solana. Solana was at the beginning of 2021. The turn of the year, Peter. Solana was downtrending, and the price was $1.36. Right? That's lower than Cardano right now, $2. And less than 1 year later, or 1 year later, it's at 200%. 200%, Peter.
So that means if you put $1 in, you'd get about $200,000 out, something like that.
Wait, let me see here. Let me.
I'm just joking. That's some terrible math right there. Of course, you didn't.
I wasn't even listening to you. I wasn't even listening to you. It's 152 times your money.
Well, that's
so you put $1,000 in.
A lot.
Right now, it would be worth $152,000.
If you put $1,000 in, right now it'd be worth $152,000. So you must be sitting on $152,000.
No, because I didn't buy it. Because like a chump, back then I was like, oh, I showed you put money stuff that I could really talk about. Which is stupid. In fact, Raul Powell from Real Vision, he recommended Solana when it was lower,
you told me
around $20 to his people who spend whatever $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month to get his recommendations. He recommended Solana, but I guess he didn't believe in it enough to buy it because he didn't buy it. It shot up, and the guy ended up buying it at the top tick at $200. The guy's not even making any money on that.
That's tough.
So when you compare this to, if I were to compare this to Cardano, back on the screen here, Peter.
Yeah.
All right. So the blue line here is Solana, and the orange line is Cardano. And so you can see here that there's a correlation, right? When the market goes up, these coins go up, and they sort of run together. But for me, this whole area over here in the orange, where we're seeing this pattern for Cardano, is the pattern that I see here. Similarly, where it's building up power to then shoot off. Right? So if it does, this guy, we could see, we could end up seeing Cardano make new all-time highs and reach here, which would be around $4. So you can go up 100% within just a couple of months. But I'm expecting, I'm not going to show you all my details about Cardano, what they're doing, but essentially I'm expecting Cardano to end the year anywhere between Right now it's at $2, anywhere between $6 and $22, and to eventually reach to above $22. So that would mean 10 times your money from here. So
Now
I
is
like
a
that.
great
10 times the money.
10
Go ahead.
times. Yeah, I can sleep with 10 times my money. That's good. I put $10 in, and I'll make $100,000. That's pretty good.
$10, Peter. Firstborn. You know how much fresh newborn blood goes for? With the kidneys of a
Oh
newborn
my
baby. If you have a sick
god!
newborn, you would pay anything to have another healthy newborn kidney. I mean, take that money and put it in. Not financial advice, Peter,
Just about to say.
or parental advice for that matter.
Yeah, definitely not parental advice. 100% not financial advice. Yeah, we're not. Look, this is our opinion. This is Tom's opinion. We're not giving you financial advice. Not because this is not some good advice to take, just because there are legal things attached to that.
Taking kidneys out of babies.
Yeah, it's a legal gray ground.
It's a gray area.
Gray area. Yeah, that's right. Gray ground. So why the hell are we talking about anything else? Okay, is you got some other thing that's better than Cardano? You think this is gonna 10x?
Whoa, mon put. I'm not saying better. Mon put, I wanted to say.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you chose the wrong.
We'll edit
word
that
there.
out. We'll edit that out. Let's take it again.
Yeah, you
whoa,
gotta edit out
mon
French
put.
swear. French swear words don't matter.
The Cardano's fun. Oh no, Cardano's like the safe bet, and as safe as anything could be in the crypto space. But you want to get some juice in there? You know, we're talking about a 10-time return on Cardano.
Yeah,
baby. Juice in there.
Come on,
let's get
do
into it. Let's get into
it.
But not in the next one. The next one is actually be more.
Let's get the party started.
Actually, no. We're gonna go to Cody, Peter. Cody here is a all right. Here's the long and short of it. We're going to switch here. Take a look at the Cody chart. It always starts with a chart. You always want to see a chart that's going up and to the right. When you see a chart that's going up and to the right, you know that you are in safe hands, baby. Now, obviously, you want to buy it when it's going down. But like I've talked about on the show before, human nature is when it goes down, people go, why would I buy it? It's going down. And then when it's going up, people go, oh, I should buy it now because it's going up. And then they buy it, and then it immediately goes down. So these are... You buy and hold them. You buy and hold them and see what happens. You don't trade them like an idiot. Just buy and hold them. So over here, Cody is basically...
And that's why it's important to only put in as much as you're willing to lose. Because if you're lying awake at night wondering about if you should sell your position because you're going to lose money, it's probably because you put too much in. Exactly. Don't be greedy, okay? Oh, this thing can go up 100x. Just be satisfied with, making 100x on your $100, okay?
Yeah, I put $50 in something. It turned into $800. Great. I could take out half that $800 and then just leave the rest. And if it turns into a Lambo, then great. Of course, now, I can't take anything out because Ethereum fees are at $300 a transaction, which is highway robbery. Absolutely insane, Peter. $300 to take out a $800 position? What's the point? What's the point of that?
That's one of the reasons you believe in Cardano.
Well, I don't like the word believe in, Peter. Placing a bet on alternative systems, which is far more rational and more suspender-worthy. Okay. Suspender-worthy.
I've noticed this, okay? I've noticed this. When I watch CNBC and these tech channels, Kitco News, Stansberry Research, the language they use... Like once you figure out what that code is they're saying the same thing that regular people say, but they're just using highfalutin language in order to do it. A downturn in the market, it's
What's the conviction level of the street, and what are the estimates, and did it beat or miss expectations?
It's volatility, and it's and what they really mean is the same thing you would say in a casino. This machine here is a very dangerous
due to pay out.
This game is really, yeah, exactly. It's just all garbage crap. So you can hide your language there and all your high tech terms. But
his mother was a mother. His father was a mother. His mother was a mother. What did I just say? Yeah. All right. So let me move on to Cody Pay here. So Cody Pay. So the reason I'm starting, Cody Pay is a cryptocurrency that is traded on the Ethereum network, but it's going to run a company that's trying to be basically like a PayPal. So if you they're trying to be a payment solution for the world. So they're trying to be they're really working on being an enterprise solution. Now, there's other kinds of things like this out there, which isn't to say that they can't. There's all kinds of different payment solutions that exist even in the traditional finance world. You don't need to pick the one thing that beats everything. But what I like about Cody Pay is that they were given the go-ahead. They were approved by Cardano, the Cardano ecosystem, the Cardano Foundation, to issue the stable coin, that the official stable coin on the Cardano network. So let's back up there. I said a lot of words, Peter, that I'm sure your pretty little head's not going to understand. So let me boil it down here. All right. So I know there's Bitcoin and there's Ethereum and there's a bunch of other cryptocurrencies. Well, exchanging in between those cryptocurrencies all the time can be challenging, because maybe you go, well, my Bitcoin is up, I want to sell some, but I don't want to sell it into regular dollars, and I don't want to sell it into another cryptocurrency because I don't know if that other thing will go down or not. I need something that's a little bit more stable. That's right, Peter. Stable coin. You want a coin that's
I know what a stable coin is.
So a stable coin is something that is still a cryptocurrency, but the point of that cryptocurrency isn't for price appreciation. In fact, if the price went up for a stable coin or down for a stable coin, it would cease to have utility, and people would abandon it, as they have with other cryptocurrencies. Now, there's all kinds of magic financial things that people do in order to balance off a coin. How do you make a cryptocurrency stable? Yeah, I don't know. I buy the iPhone. I don't build it. But what it does is that it does stay stable, right? And so these coins, because they're safe havens for money, for value, there are trillions of dollars that can pour into a good stable coin. The three popular ones right now are USDC, USDT from Tether, and DAI. These are stable coins that help facilitate liquidity, the movement of money within the crypto space. Well, Cardano doesn't have a stable coin yet, right? So if they're going to get in the game in the decentralized finance world and compete with Ethereum and compete with Solana and Polkadot and all that sort of thing, they need to have their own stablecoin. And so they approve their Cody is going to be the official company that will issue this coin. Well, what does that mean? That means even though this Cody, so the stable coin that Cardano is going to be issuing through Cody is called the JED, DJED. But Cody has their own blockchain. They have their own cryptocurrency called Cody that you can buy. And so what happens is that because they're going to be the issuer of the currency, as people transact with the JED stablecoin, a small part of the fees, Cody will get that as a remuneration for their work, and they're going to immediately use those fees to buy Cody, their own token. And that token is going to be part of the treasury at this company and used to develop the company and innovate and all that sort of thing. In the same way that a public company might issue shares in order to raise money, in order to do research and development and implement new infrastructure. And so that's very exciting. That means every transaction that happens with a stable coin on the Cardano platform, part of that fee is going to Cody, and it goes directly to buy this Cody's coin. So that means there's a floor. There's going to be a floor inside of the price of Cody. And whenever you have a floor in the price of a cryptocurrency, it makes it so that higher prices become more likely and lower prices become very unlikely. And so if you take a look here again at the chart for Cody, you'll notice that it's going up and to the right. So Cody, before they got the approval from to get the stablecoin from Cardano, the price for this coin is dropping, right? It dropped from let's call it 53 cents all the way down here to that's a great arrow with my left hand. All the way down here to what was it? 9 cents, right? So that was a big drop. That was a drop of 82%. But it's only because they weren't popular. It wasn't that because they weren't a good tech company. In fact, after doing their due diligence, the Cardano Foundation, I believe, gave them $500,000 to as seed money, because they're like, no, this is a great technology company, and we believe in them so much that we're going to make them the official providers of the stablecoin. Well, as soon as that announcement came out, the coin went from 9 cents all the way up to 66 cents. That was a 630% return. That's six times your money. And that uptrend is just continuing. So I expect Cody to get into the multiple dollars worth, $10, $15, $20 worth per coin, as transactions on the network automatically go to buy Cody and make Cody more valuable. And as people even use the service and start using it to make transactions, and this enterprise level solution, this is like, it can be embedded inside of an e-commerce store in an app or whatever. So you don't even have to decide to choose Cody, right? You don't have to even create an account in order to create Cody. It's in the back end of these different solutions. In the same way that Coinbase has a payment solution, or you might use PayPal without having a PayPal account, or what's that other one? Square, right? So it's just helping to run the back end of a system. So that to me is very, very exciting. It makes Cody a nice play on the Cardano network, but Cody's not exclusive to the Cardano network. It works with other networks, and so you get to play both sides of it, both Cardano and off of it, while it's issuing the stable coin. Very exciting.
I like that. All right, so
we'll pause here for a second, Peter, while you go and open up your online wallet and purchase some Cody. It'll only cost you $300 as a Ethereum transaction fee. Great.
Look, I'm Diamond Hands Bitcoin. Okay, that's what I care about. No, Cardano is what I'm actually the most excited about, and I'm not trader. I'm not looking to jump into this or that. You know, gambling for me is not. It's not for me. It's not for me. I like learning about it.
Let's move on to your blue background, your dark background, because it's time here to jump into something that's a little sexier, Peter. It's a little bit more what do you call them? Nipple spanks? Yeah, it's great. All right, Peter. So let's move on to some big boy stuff. All right. So before I show you, okay. So here's the coin. The coin is called Sand. SAND. Ooh, it already jumped up. Man, maybe we should have done this thing yesterday. Oh well, it went up 20% per day.
Did you post this on Discord?
I did not.
You should post these coins, these memes.
Well, I was going to post this video.
Well, but, as you can tell, it's already late.
It's already too late.
Go higher?
So let's just forget this and move on to the next one. So you'll notice here, so this coin is already up since inception. Let's call it around, it reached to 3,000%. So that's 30 times your money, right? Over the last year. Now, what is this coin? So this coin is, I love the video game space in the crypto world, Peter. I absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. And these new video game worlds, Peter, we've been talking about for years. I think the video game space is going to be the thing that is really going to bring technology in a gamified way to everybody. So when you're inside a video game space, you get it makes sense to have an internal currency, right? Inside of the video game, we use currencies there all the time. It makes sense to have NFTs, right? Instead of just selling a JPEG somewhere, you can have these non-fungible tokens, these digital representations of digital assets that are trading for all this money within a space that makes sense. If it's a character, clothes, skins for the character, items within the game, land within the game that people can purchase and build on, whatever it is. So Sandbox is one of these platforms that they're trying to be a video game platform that a video game platform. And so what's cool is that the different assets in the game are purchasable, land and stuff like that. I wouldn't buy. I mean, personally, buying these land here, some of them are running at. Look, this one is cost 47 Ethereum for the land. So you're looking at somewhere like 180. What is it? 47. $188,000 for a plot of land in this game. Anywhere from a few $1,000s to $100,000. A little bit too rich for my blood, Peter. But you can own the cryptocurrency for the game and get exposure to it that way. So it's been very interesting. It's beautiful. I love these projects that are useful in and of itself. It's not trying to change the world. And what's great about the video game tokens is that once there's a use case that makes sense within the game, like other people don't have to. It's sort of like World of Warcraft. Like you don't have to get into World of Warcraft to be for it to be popular. It has its community and it's grown in value in and of itself. Now, when you take a look at other video game tokens, the big one that everyone knows is Axie Infinity. So Axie Infinity is this sort of like this Pokemon-like video game. It came out because it's all cartoony. People didn't really give it much attention. Let's just pull it up here. It's just basically these characters, these sort of like Pokemon characters that they battle each other, and you can breed them, and it's people say it's a very, very fun game. Well, forget the stupid game. When you take a look at the token, the token went from launch around 52 cents all the way up to what it is now, to a peak of $164. That's a 31,800% return, Peter. Yeah, that means $1,000 turned into $318,000 if you sold it at the top. Some sob stories, some sad stories of kids, because this is a kids game, right? Some kids who had the token at a few pennies, right, and sold it at $3, and they thought they were hot shit. And they missed out on millions of dollars. Just absolutely rough. But this is just to show you like what a video game token can do. Like, imagine you were over here, Peter. Imagine you were down. Let me bring it over. You were down in the doldrums over here. You bought the token. It landed at around $50. You know, like, it's not worth buying anymore. It peaked. This money better spent elsewhere. Oh, I could have sold it at the peak over here at $94. Now it's $50. It's freaking garbage. No, that was a bargain, Peter. That's a Black Friday sale. Because after that, it freaking skyrocketed all the way up to $100 plus. And so, if you think this is cool, right? You think this is good.
Yeah.
Wow, 300,000% return on the coin. It's a video game coin. It has it's internally consistent. People like the game. There are people making a living playing this video game. People are making a living playing this video game.
How do they make a living off of it?
They play the game, and as they evolve their characters and they use the characters become more valuable. And so they can either sell it and flip it for a profit. They can lend it out to other people, so they get interest on that, sort of like a bond. They're lending this, because you need the characters. You need to buy at least 3 characters in order to start playing the game, and you can get free ones. But if you get the higher level ones, well, now you're really in it, right? And you might be in competitions. You might be in tournaments. You might be trying to get certain items or breed that character with another character, and then you give back the character that you got, but then the new character you have, it's sort of like buying a breed, a horse to stud, right? And then you have a new horse that's better off, as opposed to breed and trying to get something that's worthwhile down the line. And so there's there's whole ecosystems that are surrounding these video game tokens. So, like I said, Axie seems pretty cool, right? Axie's the popular one. It went from 52 cents to $141. Well, take a look at this guy. I wonder if it's over here. So this is Illuvium. I think that's what you say. So this is a different video game space. Illuvium. And so this is they're trying to be this beautiful 3D high definition world where you're playing this sort of like battle game, like a more evolved game. So where we saw before Axie Infinity is 2D, this is trying to be more higher tier. Well, this coin, Peter, started off at launched at $400 and is now $968.
How does it start off at $400?
Because the expectation of the I'm not going to go through all the details, but all the things you can do with this token is more. It's the token is made for not just internal transactions within the game, but it's securitizing the game. It's used to develop it. It's really the game actually has way more behind it than the Axie Infinity, or at least that's what they say. And so people are willing to trade this at higher prices. So this to me is amazing. If you could have gotten this before launch, you might have made a crap ton of money. I remember I first bought, I think I bought a fraction, because you can buy fraction of these guys, right? You don't have to spend, just to reiterate, when you're coming to crypto, you don't have to buy a whole token. You can buy a fraction of one. So if you want to buy $10 worth of this token, you can. You don't have to spend $900 in order to buy it. And so what happens is that there's a whole ecosystem where they want people to trade this. They want to give it value. And so you can earn money by holding this token. It's harder to do that on Axie Infinity. They're actually trying. One of the reasons Axie Infinity jumped from $50 to $100 is that they're actually planning on putting into place ways where you can use actually the token to generate more of the token, right? Instead of playing the game, you can have this other thing where you're supporting the ecosystem of the game. It's sort of like being a tavern owner as opposed to running an inn as opposed to be an adventurer. Let the adventurer go do whatever, but you're just there supporting the ecosystem. And so there's ways of just holding the token, just using the token. There's ways of generating more of the token just by having it, and using it within an ecosystem. That's so I'm not suggesting Illumim because it's the price tag's a little bit harsh, but Sand is one of these tokens that are, I believe, they have a great team behind them, and I could easily see how this token gets to $100 a token in a couple of years from now. Right? This is one of those examples of $100 turns into $10,000 if you have the cojones to hold on to your assets and not be shaken out. Like we keep saying, if you buy these things and you're like, oh, I'm going to trade it, I'm going to buy it at $50 and sell it at $75, you might think you might be like, oh, I'm pretty happy, but you turn on the internet one day and you go, Axie Infinity now has they just issued their own member of Congress because they're officially considered a religion and a nation. You're going to be upset.
Okay, but here's the problem, all right? Here's the problem. There's got to be a ton of meme coins out there. How are you supposed to know that this is the one that goes up? I mean,
that's what these videos are for, Peter.
No, but okay, you weren't in these. You weren't in Solano. You weren't in these for these run up. You didn't make $300,000.
No, because I didn't understand the way of playing it. So, for example, I was in.
Well, hang on. If you did understand the way of playing it, would you have known about these in time?
Yes.
How?
In the same way that I know about them now.
Aren't there thousands of coins?
There are thousands of coins, but once you know, we've talked about before scams in our one-on-one video. Once you can understand how to recognize a scam, that cuts out 95% of them.
So wait, that means if there are, I'm sorry, what were you going to say before when I cut you off? And then I'll say this next thing because this is going to derail it.
Well, I also don't, I'm not putting a ton of money in this stuff, right? Like, I understand the percentages. I understand how they can increase, but I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, Peter, I'm telling you this because I turned $1,000 into $10,000." Well, I mean, I did at one point, but what I'm trying to say is that I'm not trying to swing for the fences in these things, right? The 13-year-olds becoming millionaires. I mean, they're doing some pretty crazy stuff on these things. They're taking leverage out, and they're, Can you imagine someone's taking out 125 times leverage on a position? So they scrounge together $10,000 and then they leverage that out 100 times and more in order to put a position on. Yeah, there's a few people who make millions of dollars and other people who are losing their house. So I'm not interested in being in that race, but I am interested. I do hold everything that I'm talking to you right now. I do hold a little bit of it, and I'm fine. I mentioned at the beginning of this video. All right, I bought some meme coins to put $200, $50 inside, and now it's worth $800. I'm happy with that. It's okay. It's fine.
Hey, leverage is another one of those funny words that I hear people talk about on CNBC, and what it really means is people went into debt in order to buy these cryptos. They went into debt. Don't do that. Don't do that.
It's worse because if you go to the bank and you take out a loan and it doesn't work, at least like there's some wiggle room. You can negotiate. You can see what you can do. With these things, it's like you're like, I'm up $10 million. I'm down $100 million. You're just immediately wiped out. Just gone. Your life is over. But even if we're not talking about leverage, like what's interesting to me, like the reason why I don't end up in a situation where I mean, not now. Maybe in the future I will end up in a situation where I am turning $10,000 into multiple millions. Is that I find it far more exciting and I care about the information. So I'll put a few dollars in hundreds of coins because I want to see how they move. I want to learn about the space. I want to know how does money move around. And to me, when something goes from $50 to value something that went from $50 to $800, that the value of that information to me is way more valuable than if I was sitting down and I put $1,000 into 10 of them and hoping that they go to the moon. Like, I don't really like that game. I find it to be stressful. And
you don't like money. You don't like money.
I think over time, my way is actually, for my own personality, will actually yield me more money that way.
Okay, let me put you on the spot.
Because there's the other side, Peter. There's the losing tons of money too.
Oh yes.
Like, we haven't done videos of that. I've lost money. That's painful. It's very, very painful.
Yeah. Okay,
I don't want to do it anymore.
Let me put you on the spot, okay? So, you just named a couple of coins and tokens that did go up or that you expect to go up. You say now that you have more information, that you know which ones are more likely to go up in the pool, in the ocean of all the ones that are there. So that means that in the not too distant future, you should be in these things making 300,000, making 500,000.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. What's your phone number? What's your address? I want to be friends with you. I'm going to connect with you. Let's get on friends on Facebook. I want to
Peter,
call
I think
you on
our
Twitter.
relationship has run its course. All right. This Red Sea moment that we are right now, we'll call it the suspender moment. I'm giving you the information that I have, and from now on, Peter, do with it as you wish. But it's been real.
Alex says, should I lie awake at night wondering if I should buy Bitcoin, or lie awake at night wondering if I should sell Bitcoin? Diamond hands, baby.
Bitcoin I like, but Bitcoin's not a meme. I mean, it's sort of a meme coin, but all the boomers are in it now. You really want to be in the thing that all the boomers are in? I'm talking about getting into Tesla, right? Like, imagine this. Let me just show you this, right? Just for the fun of it. I know we got to hurry up here, but this is a Tesla.
Why do we have to hurry up here?
This is because I got to eat, bruh. You got to go do your thing. This is Tesla stock, okay? Now, Tesla, this whole time, when it was down around $3, you could have bought Tesla at $3 in 2010. You could have bought Tesla at $50 in 2014. And in 2014, people were like, highway robbery, Peter. In fact, up until 2019, I believe it was. Let me just pull that up 1 second.
This is the fascinating part with charts and searching the web. Tom is really entertaining us here with his charts. I wonder if everybody else is as enamored with his charts as he is. Tom is sitting down. He looks at a mess load of charts all the time. And me, all I do is I pick up the phone and I call Tom. I said, what's going on? I want to know.
All right, so let me show you here, Peter. So this whole time, from here all the way to here, basically, in this whole period from 2010 to around 2019, Tesla was losing money. I don't know if you can see it here. Most of these guys are minuses. I can't zoom in anymore. These are minuses. Their net revenue was minus $121 million, minus $675 million, minus $700 million. They were losing money, right? People thought he was a scam artist, and how could you possibly invest in Tesla and blah, blah, blah. Well, right around 2000, just right around here, they went positive earnings. They started making money. Making 143 million, making 300 million, making 1.14 billion, making 1.62 billion, and boom, Tesla went ba-doom. Now, I was one of those idiots, Peter, who right around, where was it? Right here, Peter. This is me. I came into Tesla right over here, like a dope. And I saw this chart, and I saw, let me zoom in here, and it crested over here, and so I shorted it. I shorted it from
never short Elon.
I shorted it from here to here, right? And I thought I was hot shit until it bounced the other way. It bounced the other way, and it went from $120.
Wait, did you close that short successfully?
No, I lost money on the short. It went from $124 to $160 to this peak over here. right? And I was like, oh my God, I'm glad I didn't use options or margin or leverage. You know, it's a smaller amount of money, but it was like, whatever. Let's say I lost $2,000. Well, did my computer just restart?
You're good.
Oh no.
You're good. You're a little.
Sorry, 1 second here.
Frozen. I think Elon Musk is hearing you talk, and
Red, I have to take off your phone here.
He's using Starlink to slow you down, Tom.
Let me just.
You're back, but you're low res. But I think it'll catch up in a second.
All right, give me a second here. I'm just going to close some things on my computer.
Hello, folks. When you're streaming live, sometimes you look good now, Tom.
Okay.
Sometimes this happens. It happens to a lot of guys. Sometimes they just get tired. It's the end of the day. They've worked very hard, and their bandwidth just isn't what it is normally.
I have erectile dysfunction right now. Red, can I have some water? All right, Peter. So there we go. So over here, it peaked, and then, as it happens to anybody who tries to be a trader, then the stock went friggin' straight down, right? So if I had held that short, I would have made money, and I would have thought, oh, that's great. And you know what would happen? Right down here, I would have shorted it again. Well, buddy, that was the low. That was a low at $70. And from then, it's been up and to the right, buddy. All right? And it went all the way back up over here. Now, so it went from $70 up to $900. And people were like, whoa, what is going on? This is a scammer. This is not worth it. This is a meme stock, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, remind us of the point of the story again.
He's using sometimes you can be confused by the you're looking for fundamentals, but sometimes it's not about the fundamental. It's about the meme mentalities, about the crowd. That the crowd comes together and it's sort of like we'll figure it out. Well, let's get the money and then let's figure out how we're going to do this later on, which is what Tesla did. So over here, Peter, at $900, and it peaked and it rolled over. People were like, "That's it. Tesla's going down."
Mm-hmm.
And guess what your stupid Tommy did right over here?
Shorted it.
No, I didn't. I didn't short it again. I wasn't stupid. I learned my lesson the last time, but lots of people lost their shirt. People leveraged out. Peter, there are whole ETFs set up to short Tesla, right?
I remember.
Well, Tesla's now at all-time highs. The stock is $1,100. And if you think this is going to stop,
$1 trillion company,
yeah, if you think this is going to stop anytime soon, you got another thing coming. You know, just to let you know, for the crypto space, it's the same sort of thing as Tesla, because Tesla's correlated with Bitcoin, because they have anyways, they're correlated with Bitcoin. This is a chart that we're looking at as a regular chart. If I change it to a log chart, it's which shows rate of change. If you remember your school, log is anyways. A log chart changes the chart information so that you can see it as it's changing over time. Well, you can expect to see that Tesla can reach to $4,000 a share easy, because it's a tech company and it's reinvesting the profits in order to get better and better. Anyways, so similar thing is going to be happening with this guy. So that chart I just showed you, right? I just compared. If I just were to compare Tesla. This guy. So Tesla's the orange line, and the blue line is the sand stock I'm talking about. Let's put them both into regular. Does that look similar to you?
Yeah.
It's following the same sort of exponential return. It turns out when a crowd of people are interacting with an asset and the value of that asset increases because of the people's interaction, then every new person who participates in that network increases the value of that asset. So just like Tesla can get to
it's a network
$1,300 by in 6 months, Sandstorm can get to $1.40 within the same period of time. No reason why it can't by the end of the year. And so this is what you're participating in. This is what these meme coins can allow you to do. And since I really like the video game space, it's sort of like no one else has to buy a Tesla for your Tesla not to be cool, or worth something. It's worth one Tesla. But if someone else does buy the Tesla, well, your Tesla's worth more. Like the network is worth more. And the same thing is happening with the meme coin market. You go, why is Dogecoin increasing in value? Because as more people use it, the value of the network increases. And that's what's happening here.
We've got Luke here in the chat who says, buy Safe Moon. And I've been waiting. I was like, when is Tom going to say Safe Moon? Okay, we put it in the description of this broadcast. Is Safe Moon one of these 6 cryptos?
We'll get to there, Peter. It's only been an hour. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. All right, let's go quickly through the next 3. We got 3 left. All right,
okay, wait. Let's recap the 3 that we've already said so far. So
we talked about Cardano. Cardano's a great, Cardano under the ticker ADA. You can get that on basically any exchange, right? You can go to Kraken, Coinbase, Newton, and buy some ADA. We talked about Cody, which is basically the PayPal of the Cardano network, but also works with other networks. And so that's COTI, fantastic. And then when we clip these out, I'm going to put the actual information of how to get it inside of the description. And then the last one here is Sandbox, which is a video game token.
Gotcha. Now we're moving to
a token created by called Tower, and it's created by the Crazy Defense Heroes.
Tower, TOWER.
That's right. So
I love tower defense games.
Sorry?
I love tower defense games.
Yes, Peter, I've been waiting for. So this is a tower defense game that was already out. It's already popular. People already use it. Let me get you.
It looks like it's made for 12-year-olds.
Well, I mean, Axie Infinity did too, and people are making a living off of it.
No, I'm all for the token. It's just playing games that look like this. I feel like. I feel like you look with your suspenders. You know.
Suspenders. You got to say it right, Peter.
Just ridiculous, you know.
So this is let's see if we can show you. So this is the game. Too bad we can't see the video. Anyways, it's a very nice game. Now I like this. It's again in the video game space, but the coin is trying to let me just pull it up here. So this is an existing video game that's trying to move into the crypto space. So the reason I bring up this coin is that this also has the potential to increase 100-fold, right? All these I'm talking about have a moon possibility. But what I like about this is that the other ones we talked about, you have to buy the token. And for this one, because they're trying to, just like the Bitcoin people, Bitcoin needed to give out the cryptocurrency to people to generate adoption.
Yeah,
they're giving the Tower token out to people who play their game. So every month, as you play the game, depending on what level you get to, what points you earn in the game, they're going to give you these Tower tokens. So this is a way that you can earn.
Wait,
like, I want to be part of the crypto space
for free.
For free.
So do you have any Tower tokens?
Yes.
I gotta go and play this game.
That's right. I mean, they're only 6 cents, so I just bought Tower tokens, but I like that they're doing this. So what this does is that it's giving them money to reinvest inside of the game. They're already a legitimate game company, so they're already, you don't have to wonder, can they even create a game? Mm-hmm. And the game is fun, right? So to the extent that let's say you don't want to set up an account, you don't want to buy Cardano, whatever, but you still want to participate in the crypto space. Well, here, play this game and earn some crypto, right? If you're going to play a game on your iPad or your phone anyway, give it a shot. And who knows, you might end up with a token that a year from now people laugh, and it might be at 50 cents, right? Which is more than 5 times what it is right now. And then you're in the crypto space. So I'm bringing this here because I like the game. I find it's very interesting what they're doing. I follow a lot of the games in the crypto space, but the idea that you don't even have to buy anything, and that you can get some of this token, this crypto, to me is very, very exciting. All right, moving on from that, Peter.
Yeah,
we're gonna head to. I wanted to spend a little bit more time on this, but we probably shouldn't. The coin is called BitDAO.
Why we probably shouldn't?
Because there's a lot to say about DAO. So DAO, DAO, stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. So think of it as a company with an executive board and employees and all that sort of thing, a company, but the company is decentralized, where there is no one person in charge. Everybody who owns the token, in this case, the token is called BIT. If you own this token, you have a say in the company, proportional to how many of the tokens that you have.
So it's for
And so,
socialists.
it's better than socialism. Socialism meets capitalism.
So like a co-op type thing?
Well, in a co-op, they're usually working towards being to reinvest 100% of the profits back into the company. Here, the reason why you're buying into the company, it's like a shareholder. Like it's more like a public company that has the shares available to everybody, and every share is a voting share.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
even the
Sounds
people
like
who
sounds like
create
a
it,
party. Sounds like a party, Tom.
well, even the people who create the DAO, they don't have final say. It's literally the token holders who get to decide.
I don't like the sound of that, Tom. I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of other people deciding things. I like dictatorships. Tyrannical dictatorships are even better.
Well, the more people who have a say in it, right? It means the more money you have, because they bought the token to have a say, and their token is only valuable insofar as the things that they suggest make it more valuable.
I like the okay. I'm on board. I'm on board with it. Okay, I'm there now. You've got me there. Excellent. So how much money can we make with this?
This one too. So this one right now is trading at BitDAO is trading at $2.72. And this one's again another one that, so a similar DAO to this, for example, is it's called Yield Goal Games. And Yield Goal Games went from it started off at so it was 144 up to $6. Actually, it was less than that, but actually no, I bought it around there. So I bought it. I remember buying it around 150, and now it went all the way up to $10. It dropped to $6, but it's going to go up to. And so these organizations, what happens is that as you pay attention to them, and like I don't actually vote or say anything inside the organizations. I just want to see what other people create. But it's very close to being able to buy a share. It's like buying equity. And smart money, they put their money as a venture capitalist into small organizations where there's a team that they trust, that have an idea that they think is worthwhile, and they invested in that way. And these can be very, very lucrative. And like we said, with small money down, why wouldn't you bet on a group? A BitDAO specifically, what I like about them is that the goal of the thing is to make as much money as possible. As opposed to other organizations where they're trying to, plant trees or save the world or make video games or whatever. This company is like, let's try to make as much money as we can. And so, yeah, I'll buy a share in a company where the product is make as much money as you can. Why not?
It sounds like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie asks Danny DeVito's character, what's his name? Frank. He goes, "What do you make at this company?" What do you mean? We make money. Like, no, bro, what's that? We make money. Like that's the product of the company. Well, this one's legit. We make money.
So I think it's very, very interesting. I got on this like right on day one, and I mean, this is as close as to day one as you're likely gonna get. It launched in August. It suffered because of the short crypto winter that we had with the Bitcoin exodus from China, and then as you can see, it bounced right back up to where it was when it first launched. So very interesting, and I think this can go far. I mean, it's a company that wants to print money. So, what are you doing with your $100?
You got something better to do at $100? I think it's funny when we use terms like crypto winter or whatever. It's like it lasts for a few months. People are like, remember the depression of March? instead of the depression in 1929, it's like the depression of March to April, the winter we went through.
All right, Peter, last one here. It's a little known coin called SafeMoon. SafeMoon, Peter. So I've been really using SafeMoon as my test case for unreasonable people making unreasonable decisions, making unreasonable amounts of money. So when we're talking about something that, like, I'm not selling my firstborn to put into the SafeMoon, Well, it's interesting. Like you'll remember our whole Safe Moon run earlier in the year, where some people made quite a bit of money on this. Like
Yeah.
it's called Safe Moon. The point of the token is that it goes to the moon safely. That's the whole thing. We're just talking about a company like a legitimate DAO, a company, a serious company trying to make money. This is like, let's be a meme coin and let's say we're a meme coin. What's great about this community though is that they don't think they're a meme coin, which I love that sort of disassociative disorder that they have. And so the founders of it, I mean, almost everyone from the founding team left. They just bounced with their millions of dollars
What?
and they
Really?
left. Yeah. But the creator of it, here's what I think would happen. That they launched this token, the token launched at like, I don't know, what was it? 0.000000004 cents, right? And they thought they were being very clever. They're like, you can always buy a fraction of a token, but people don't really get that in their head. They go, oh, if it's Bitcoin is $50,000, I don't want to buy that. I want to buy something that's cheaper, even though that doesn't matter. And so they're like, instead of issuing something at $1, let's issue it at 1/1,000,000th of a dollar or whatever, or 100,000th of a dollar. And so the game in Safe Moon is how many zeros will we drop until we get to $1, right? And so there are people here. They go, I have 10 billion Safe Moon. I have a trillion Safe Moon. And I'm trying to, it's all kinds of things happening with the Safe Moon token. And so the coin went, it went, because they had the genius thing, they didn't come up with it, but they had the genius thing of going from a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny up. The Safe Moon showed up on all the charts because it went up to, I can't even read that number, it's so high, 50,000% gain.
Wow.
Right? Which is 500 times your money. So
right,
someone put $1,000 in, I mean,
that deserves
$500,000. So it was it's bananas, right? And then it fell. But what was great about this community is that some other coin might have stayed down forever. But the CEO of this coin, I think they started off as like a sort of like a scam, not scam. It's like, well, it's not a scam. We're just doing what other people are doing. Yeah, but they were scamming. But we're not trying to scam us. That sort of mentality. And because there was so much money on the line, millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and it was so public, if what you were planning on doing was to just do this for 6 months and then leave and go back to your regular life, now you can't. Because now you got millions of people who are going to be like, excuse me? Your name is John Caroni. I know exactly where you live. I know where your brother is. I know where your family is. And if I lose any more of my money, I'm going to gut you. Like scary movie, like you're in Scary Movie, all right? And so I think he was like, shoot, we better shape up Toot Swit. And he was a little boy who grew up real quick. And I mean, it was just I just love watching this train wreck of a organization. And the programmers dropped out, and the chief operating officer left, and the web developer left, and they couldn't release anything on time. And I was just enjoying this shit show of a coin. It was great. I got to learn more about Reddit. It was fantastic. But then I could see, like they took the CEO wasn't bailing. And he was taking the millions of dollars and reinvesting it inside of the company, and is trying to do something legitimate. Now he's making widgets that don't need to be made, but who cares? It's all, GM is making cars that no one even drives anymore, so who cares? Let him do whatever he's doing. And I was like, oh, something's here. And so I figured the next time Bitcoin is in a bull run, this will launch too, because there's tons of people who are in it, tons of liquidity. So you can see right now, like, there's tons of trading value within the last 24 hours. It's traded the value of the tokens traded is $44 million. That's a lot. Just to jump back to what we saw in let's say Cody's only at $2 million liquidity. $1 million traded within the last 24 hours, right? So it's 44 times more. That's how passionate the community was there. And so like you can see right now, if you bought it at the end of September right now, it's up 4 times your money. And this has a chance, because of the rabidness of the community, this has a chance of doing GameStop level of returns. This thing could explode just massively because there is no reason behind it. There's no pretending that there's any reason to be hanging. I mean, the people who are in it, they do. And look, they might squeeze something out. They might very well do that in the way that Dogecoin went up a lot. But so that mix of like the owner doesn't want to quit because his life is on the line, basically. There's massive amount of people who came in. I mean, people people were down hundreds of thousands of dollars on this thing. And then now they're basically all back in the green. Unless you bought this at the top, everyone who bought it is in the green. And I mean, there are people who paid off their house already with this. So as that keeps going, it has this foundation. Now it has a story, Peter. It has a story of, oh, we crashed, but we believed in it. And those who held on, we didn't have to wait. People were in this forum saying, oh, you guys don't know anything about crypto. I'm seeing this as a 5 to 10 year investment, and I know what I'm doing. When really what they're saying is that they want to see it boner like it's doing right now, right? Within a couple of months. And that's what it did. Within the same year that it went up to, it's going to get up to all-time highs. And I can't wait to see what's happening there. And this is where $50 can change your life, right? This is a coin that $1,000 can easily give you $10,000, like easily, if you have.
You told us $100 would give you
$100. Sorry, $100 to 10,000. Sorry,
because if I have $1,000,
yeah,
I don't need to bet.
But this is the one that you gotta watch, and you gotta sell it as soon as you get to your price target, because
my price target is the M1 Max 16-inch, 64 gigs RAM MacBook Pro. All right, that's my price target. It reaches there. I don't care what the future holds. All right, that's the device that I want. Tell me which coin I pay for that. So we got Cardano, Cody, Sandbox, Tower, BitDAO, and SafeMoon. These are the 6 crypto stocks that could soon moon. Some of them are already, like Tom likes to say, bonering. Can I verbify
That's right.
it? Bonering. They're already
like SafeMoon right now doesn't have erectile dysfunction. It is performing.
All right, this has been a lot of fun. I feel like I got to go look for some change in the couch cushions and jump in and do this thing.
Like I said, right now the Ethereum gas fees, that basically the cost to buy some of these if you're not on an exchange. Cardano is easy. You just press a button and buy that on an app. But SafeMoon, unless you buy it on, I mean, there's all kinds of different ways you can buy these things, but some of these tokens will cost you right now. If you bought it right now, it will cost you hundreds of dollars in order to. Let me just take a look at the Ethereum gas fees. Right now, you're looking at. God, it's painful. That's high. Yeah, you're looking at hundreds of dollars per transaction. So it's rough. I mean,
I just don't get it.
I want that squiggly blue line to come down, but whatever. Ethereum is in what I call a crash up mode, and it's going to skyrocket until the system becomes unusable, at which point Cardano steps in and we begin the end game.
I need gold for that. This is a lot of fun. Yeah, and this does give you excitement for your day. You put $50 or $100 in 6 of these coins, your mind's going to be full. Your heart's going to be bubbling up. You're going to be talking to people, and they're going to be like, hey, Jim, why are you so excited today? You're like, because of Cardano, Cody, Sandbox, Tower, BitDAO, and SafeMoon. You got to go watch Jumpstart live. That guy, Tom Hartman over there, Secret Prophet, I think he knows what he's talking about.
Can you imagine, Peter? You're someone sitting there and they're playing crazy defense heroes 5 hours straight, and the wife comes up to her and is like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm working, honey.
I'm working.
I'm making some money here.
I'm working here." Oh, I like that. This is a lot of fun. This is great. I really love this. It'll be fun to revisit this, in a few months, in a year from now, and see which ones actually did pan out. See how rich you are, how not rich you are, because you can.
I'll tell you, if I'm not a multimillionaire in a couple of years, I ain't doing YouTube videos. That's for sure.
Again, there's not financial advice. This is our opinion. These are the things that Tom is looking at, Sacred Prophet over here. And if you're looking for some insight, to some information, here are some coins some tokens you can go and check out. Do your own homework. Ask questions.
I got a list of 50 more, 100 more. I had to prune it down to these 6. was supposed to be 5. I was like, okay, I got to squeeze one more in there. You want to find out more about those? You want to hear the nitty gritty? Want more details behind it and how you might want to go about it, the things you can do with it, how you can earn more money. We didn't even talk about any of that stuff. That stuff is for premium subscribers, buddy. You didn't even give away that information for free. Get on that Discord. Go to patreon.com/happy4change. What are you doing? What are you doing with your life?
Okay. Think about how you spent the last $100 that you just blew away. Okay, not on your bills or whatever. You spent $100 in something recently, and it was total. It didn't give you nothing. All right. So crypto is the way to go. Try this out. What you got to lose, huh? I'm gonna be like Joe Biden. What do you? No, it wasn't Joe Biden. I think it was Trump who said that. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? All right. What do you have to? Apparently, everything.
And the excuse that people have, like, oh, I don't want to waste my money. You're wasting money anyway. And the other excuse of, oh, it's too hard. I'll get to it. I'll bookmark it. I'll do it later. Don't be ridiculous. Look, one day I waited in order to do this video, and things have gone up hundreds of %. All right. So don't give me any of that. All right. You don't got time. You know when people have time, Peter? At all-time highs. Right. That's where everyone comes out of the woodwork and says, hey, Tom, should I buy this thing? No. Should have bought it 4 months ago. Right?
Part of the value proposition is that it's a little difficult to do it. If anybody in your auntie could get in there, the whole place would be flooded and it would change the dynamics. The fact that there's a little hurdle for you to jump over, which is not that great of a hurdle, right? You got to open up an account with Bitmart, with Coinbase, CoinSquare, something like that.
It's easier than school and work. Just quit those things and spend some time doing this instead.
Hey, Tom, I found
not
this.
Life advice, not financial advice.
Not financial
definitely
advice.
Quit your job and your school.
You
Take
know
your kids
where
out
we
of school. Take all your money out of your retirement plan. Just sell your house. You need your house this year? Just live in your car. Buy some Safe Moon, man.
You got a credit card? You know where we should post this video? I stumbled upon at 6 a.m. this morning. I stumbled upon this subreddit.
I don't like stumble upon. That site's gone, I think.
Oh man, I really love stumble upon. I used to just sit there and just click that button. It was real great. It was like made for me. Now I just type javadavidava.com and I usually end up on the scammer site, but whatever. There's a subreddit that I came upon 6 a.m. this morning. It's called anti-work. Have you heard of this concept, anti-work? These people who, either they want to quit they're looking to quit their job or move to something else, but mostly is they don't want to work. At least this is what I understand. I'm sorry if I'm demeaning your community here, but a lot of people they don't want to work in this capitalistic system that pillages and rapes people. Like they don't like this idea, so they're opting out. They're finding different ways to live. Anti-work. Nearly 1 million people in that subreddit. I couldn't believe it. All of them just cheering when they text messaging with their boss to see how they quit and all that stuff. You're looking for a way out of the rat race? 6 crypto stocks that could soon moon, all right? You got to check this out. Put some of your dollars into here. You got some of that stimulus money, put it in here and see if your life can change a little bit, all right? At worst, you've learned some lessons. You've learned about an industry. At best, you're paying off your home and you're leaving that anti-work subreddit because you're on your yacht in Fiji. Anyway, I don't know.
In the famous words of Bill Hicks, you die at the end, right? One way or another, you're going. So
might as well have some fun while you do it. Might as well have some fun doing it. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you to people who commented. Alex, Luke, really good to see you here. This has been a lot of fun. Like Tom says, check us out on Telegram and Discord. You can find all our links at patreon.com/happy4change. You can also check the description down below. At some point, I'll be posting them down below as you can find out. If you're looking for more information from Sacred Prophet over here, what's your Twitter handle?
Sacred Prophet.
Very easy to understand. And me, I am Bad Guru. My name is Peter Hartman.
I'm Tom Hartman.
And you're watching Jumpstart Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that little bell so you know when we go live. Because we do it just whenever we feel like it. Just whenever. Tom's like, hey, I want to help people make money. Let's go live. And boom, there we are. If you hit that little bell, you would have known right from the start. An hour and 19 minutes. We got to get out of here. I'm hungry.
Starving. I almost quit the stream 20 minutes ago. Just like left.
All right. There goes those nipple slaps. One more nipple slap for me, Tom.
Suspendes.
Suspendes. Take care, everyone.